Everyman Driver Nation, what's happening? Dave Erickson here, and with me is the 2016 Kia Sedona, which comes in 5 trim levels. We have the top trim level. This is the SX Limited. It also comes in 7 and 8 seat passenger configurations. We have the 7-seater here. Today we're going to talk about engine and performance, real world miles per gallon that I've achieved this year, some backseat legroom and headroom, and a couple of the suggestions you left for me on Facebook. So let's get started. All right, let's first take a look under the hood. We have a 3.3 liter dual overhead cam GDI V6 engine, mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission with Shiftronic. It may not look like much being a minivan, but 276 horses, 248 pound-feet of torque. I think you need that much horsepower to move this vehicle since it is heavier. Let's go inside and look at the miles per gallon that I have achieved this week. A look here on the center. I'll use the steering wheel mounted controls, and I can cycle through and look at different options. So here is the miles per gallon. I've averaged 16.9 miles per gallon. That's not very good considering this has a recommended number of 17 city, 22 highway. And I have put on, I guess I've only put on about 75 miles in the vehicle so far. Haven't done a lot of driving. Most of it's been on the highway, so I think you need to put a lot more miles on it to get a better number. Don't take my example necessarily as gospel. Drive it some more. I just didn't have a chance to do a lot this week. As far as the center stack and overall look at this vehicle, it's very clear, very easy to know where you need to go. So you have this huge LCD screen, which is touchscreen, so I can zoom in, which is easy to do there. Now I'll go to home, brings me back out. Take a look at, so it actually divides it up. There's your map, there's your radio, menu options, and this is pretty nice. It doesn't have the Apple CarPlay on it per se, or the Android Auto, but you do have some options here. So if I wanted to have my phone with me and sync it up, I can do that here. You can attach it via Bluetooth, which I have done in the past. I won't do that right now, but you can do that. Pandora is synced up as well, so if you have Pandora on your phone, and here's all your options there with navigation, map, down below, climate, all that good stuff here. Heated seats for driver and passenger, as well as cooled seats. So it's pretty decked out. Again, this is the SXL trim level limited, has all the bells and whistles to it. Pretty easy. The steering wheel is heated right now, so this feels pretty nice along these edges. Everything is straightforward. 2 big dials right there, big center. I think it's 4.2 inches for that center part of the instrument cluster. All the options here on the door panel. You got blind spot warning, lane keeping assist, so lane departure warning, I should say. There's adaptive cruise control when you're driving down the road. You can set the distance between you and the driver in front of you, so you can just cruise along on those longer road trips. USB port to charge your mobile devices. Driving mode here, eco or just regular, comfort, eco, and normal. So those 3 different there. Now if I pop it into reverse, I love this surround. There's 360 view. So you got a camera mounted in the front here, on either side of the doors and behind you, and then you can do it individually if you like. So this one shows all the way around over there, straight back, back into the left, back into the right, and then 360 view. I like that a lot. So you have a few options to open the liftgate of the Sedona. There's a button here on the key fob, one of 6 buttons. There's also one on the ceiling between the driver and passenger. There's also one right here. We'll go ahead and use this one below the Kia icon. It beeps a couple times. It'll open up on its own. And when you're done, there is a button along the trim here. Right there, press that, it'll close as well. Now, this is kind of cool. These back seats, they stow, and they also sit up straight. That's why you can get those 3 rows. Behind this back row, you're looking at about 34, 33 cubic feet of volume. And if you want, and this is why it's so big, you have the option of putting deep luggage back here, and of course these stow again to make them flat. And when you do, you can fold these down, and behind that you're looking at 78 cubic feet of volume, so tons of room, tons of options. So here's how it works. You can pull this to recline it flat. You can also pull this lever here, and now it stows flat. Same thing over here. Pull this flat, pull this down, and there you go. There's your 78 cubic feet of volume behind this middle row seat, so you can see tons of room for cargo capability and utility. James Williamson on Facebook wanted to see a demonstration about the middle row seats, the captain's chairs, and whether or not they recline. Also, a question about a footrest that comes out. Well, first of all, we can hold the button here on the key fob to open up the side doors. You can also do that from the inside, and when you're done, you can also press that button. Really cool. And when you're done, there's also a button along here you can press to close it up. Now, along the edge of this captain's chair seat, you'll see 4 different levers. Now, one lever I'm going to pull is going to slide the seat this way, in and out, which gives you more room between the captain's chairs, so I can push it in or come out. Now, I'm going to push it in, and when I do, now I can slide it back all the way. Look at that. Look how far that opens up. I can even go further. There we go. Look how much room that offers for getting in the vehicle. Now I'm going to bring it back. Of course, you can lay it flat. Look how far you can recline. Now I'm going to hold up just a little bit here. Now it has to be in the middle row to slide all the way back. And when you do, watch this. There's one more lever here. Check this out. Look at that. Leg rest comes out. I'm 5'11", and look how much room I have here. My feet just hit the bottom of the driver's seat, and that's my position up front as a driver. So look how much comfort and space you have, and flexibility. So I'm going to put that back down. Now that I'm back in position, there are 2 massive glass sunroofs in this vehicle, one for the front 2 passengers and one for the middle passengers. It's controlled up there for the driver and passenger. Pretty nice. Creates a lot of space in here. There's a big gap right here where normally you'd see a drop-down entertainment system. Well, in this vehicle, the SXL, the entertainment system is down below. I put a switch over to one side and I can lift up this DVD player. Check that out. Now, there's some advantages to this. No strain on your neck for looking up. I guess you could lean back and look up, but now you can just look normally and your eye line is right down there. So you can see what's going on in your entertainment system for people back here on these long road trips. And look at this. There's headphones so you can listen to what you want to quietly and privately. Pretty nice, huh? And there's also a USB port down below and also another spot for power. Another advantage of having captain's chairs in this seat configuration, there are 7 and 8 seat configurations. The captain's chairs allow you to slide over, and now there's so much more space here. So if I want to make my way to the back, I can create more room, and now I can get back here, and this is spacious as well. So this seat and this seat have the ability to go back and forth to give more legroom for these back passengers. And if I want to, I can be the guy in the middle, put my legs all the way out, even watch the DVD player here, and just chill. Not too bad. All right, let's go for a drive, shall we? I really need to encourage you all to do your own test drives. You know, I can give you my opinion, just a snapshot of what it's like to drive in a car, but you know, the more I think about it and the more I go over these driving reviews, the more I realize everyone has their own preferences, and just because I think it's a certain way doesn't mean it's the right way, or it's just what works for me. So when I drive the Sedona, you know, I know it's a minivan. I know I'm gonna get this floaty, boat-like feel, and it's not gonna be super handling, and that's fine. I don't expect that. I kind of know what I'm getting into when I get behind the wheel of a larger vehicle like this. But when I'm behind the Sedona, it's super comfortable. It's meant to get where you're going, A to B, without a lot of thinking. It takes care of you safety-wise, hold on the ground. The safety features take care of that as well. So I have lane departure warning set up on the car now, and it shows me up on the screen in the instrument cluster. So if I happen to be going over the yellow line here or a white line over there, it's gonna alert me. I've got the adaptive cruise control, so all the safety features you need to be safe going down the road. And, you know, with the 276 horses behind the wheel, it does have a bit of a kick, and so I'm gonna slow down here, make sure I'm safe, and just give it a little bit of a pop, just to kind of see what the reaction is by me. So slow down to 20. I've got up to 35 on this road, so at 20 now, pop. Hear that? There's almost a full second delay, but what do you need? you don't need a lot in a minivan. Although, as I said in my Just Arrived video, this is the bomb diggity of minivans because of all the technology. And again, with the trim levels, you have the options of how much tech you want in the car and how much all the different extras. So I'm fortunate enough to get the top trim level, and usually that's what the manufacturers want journalists to test, because they want us to share with you all the different options, not just the base. Because if you just see the base, then you don't know, oh yeah, it also has the heated this, or the drop down that, or the entertainment system here. So I know it's all about the base for a lot of people economically, but it's kind of fun to see what's available when you're ready to step it up. So driving impressions, it's good for me. I don't expect a lot, and it delivers on what it's meant to do. Drive you from A to B with comfort and safety. Now it's up to you. Give it a test drive yourself. So the MSRP here in our 2016 Kia Sedona SXL is just under $40,000. We also have a tech package on it and that rear seat entertainment system. So right here, $44,600. A lot of money for a minivan, but this thing is decked out. It's got some great technology involved in it, great safety features, very comfortable inside with that entertainment system and adjustability in the middle row seats. It is definitely worth a look and absolutely a test drive, and that's where you come in. Give it a test drive, go to your local dealership, and they will hook you up. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks so much for watching. More information on this car on everymandriver.com, which, by the way, now offers articles in Spanish. We'll see you next time. Adios.